What would be your advice for everyone who's investing these days as a person who's deeply involved in the industry, especially in the current economic climate with tariffs?
Don't like investing in stocks or investing in private companies or
Like
all of the
in
above.
general, like what should we do with our money?
So
If I uploaded like this
there's a
question to
really
Vice.
great TED Talk called Where Are the Missing Billionaires and Why Should You Care? And the reason why I like this TED Talk so much is because it starts out with this story that in the 1900s there were 4,000 millionaires. So like not as many as there are today, but there's 4,000 people with $1 million or more. And if you had looked, and they all that those 4,000 people had just invested their money in the U.S. stock market over a 100-year period, and they had kids at the standard birth rates, they paid taxes at the standard rates, they spent at the standard rates, there should be, based on their descendants now today, 125,000 billionaires. But there are not. There's like 3,000 billionaires. So the question is like, where are all the missing billionaires? And it's all a byproduct of we as humans are really bad at financial decision making. We make short-term decisions. We try and chase the hot thing. We try and, we can't necessarily think about long-term compounded interest. And the correct thing to do with your money is to, if you care about multiplying it and leaving money behind for your children and their children and, creating truly generational wealth, the right thing to do with your money is to invest in the U.S. stock market or a broad-based index, rebalance that index a couple times a year, consider taxes and fees and try and optimize for taxes and fees, and just continue to contribute. And there will be ups and downs and volatility, but over a long period of time, that index will go up 8 to 10%. And if you compound every year, and if you compound it year over year over year, you will have, and continue to contribute to it, you will have a significant sum of money by the time you are ready to retire, the time you need the capital, or the time you want to pass it on. Rather than constantly doing what most people are doing, which is chasing whatever hot thing, whatever bucket of upside they think they could have in the shortest possible time. No one wants to get rich quick slow. Everyone wants to get rich quick. And getting rich slow is a sure way to get rich.
So S&P 500, basically, that will be your strategy.
It could be the S&P 500. It could be a combination of the S&P 500, and maybe you believe in emerging markets. You can build your own index based on what you care about. But the key is you want to get the value of diversification across whichever indexes you feel are exciting. And I think you can take some specific bets. Maybe you really believe in AI and you'll overweight to AI companies, or you really believe in telecommunications or space. Like I believe in space. I think SpaceX is a great company. I think the space industry is going to be a huge industry. So I overweight a little bit of my portfolio to there. So you could take some, call it active bets in your index, because it'll keep life a little bit interesting. But for the most part, you want to index and you want to invest in a lot of companies and stay invested in a lot of companies over a long period of time and continue to rebalance and manage that index. It's a lot of what Vise does. I think that some people have the insatiable need to chase short-term gains and to chase the hot thing, whether it's AI or meme coins or whatever is exciting in the present time. But I think the idea is for the vast majority of your money, you should have it in this long-term index, and you can have a small, a little bit of money to play with. So I have a little bit of money in Robinhood I like to play with, and if I lose it, it sucks, but it's not going to impact my life, and I have fun with it. It's gambling at the end of the day. You can have your gambling budget.
What percentage of your portfolio is that, the gambling part?
Probably 50 basis points.
Oh,
so
zero.
A very 0.5%.
How did you learn the craft of investing without a college degree, without going to high school?
So I spent a lot of time reading. I spent an unbelievable amount of time reading. I spent an unbelievable amount of time watching YouTube videos. I was lucky that I grew up watching YouTube videos, some yours actually, and just trying to understand how does the markets work? How do advisors think? How do you just all these interesting kind of historical backdrops to the industry. How has the industry evolved? But the most important way I learned, and the way I learned best, is just talking to people, learning from all these different advisors, watching them work. The most interesting way to actually learn from someone isn't just to talk to them, but it's to shadow them. It's to observe them. So I actually do this with new hires, which is instead of just trying to teach them things, I just have them follow me around and shadow me for a month, or shadow my co-founder for a month, or shadow other people on the team, because you will learn by observation. And you'll pick up new insights or takeaways and things that someone might not have thought to teach you, but you'll see it and you'll realize it anyways. So I think books, YouTube, and talking to people.